Hello, my name is Nate Rogers, and I'm a severe stutterer. I, I'm going to turn 9 in a few days. I am extremely excited about this week, the National Stuttering Awareness Week, because it, it, it is a week for people like me.
Great. So, Nate, why do you think it's important to have an awareness week for stuttering?
I think it's important to have an awareness week for stuttering because on this week people can learn about stuttering.
And what's one thing that you think people should learn? If you had to give them one thing to remember, what would you
Okay,
tell them?
I would say that don't speak for someone who stutters.
Let them finish their own sentences.
Yeah.
And in your family, are we pretty good about that?
Yeah.
And what about your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this year we stopped homeschooling and you went to the public school. And how was that at the beginning of the year?
Not that good.
Not that good. And did some kids tease you?
Yeah.
So what did we do? Or what did you do?
Well, I showed my presentation about stuttering
And why'd you do that?
so people could learn about stuttering.
And once they learned about it and were educated some and knew more about it, what happened?
They stopped teasing me.
And how is it now? How are the kids in your classroom now?
Great.
Great. So you've had a good year overall?
Yeah.
That's good to hear. And what about your teacher? How has she been with your stuttering?
Great. Like great.
Like really great, huh?
Yeah.
And what's one thing that's just fantastic that Mrs. Holder found?
Well, she found out that if people read with me when I'm stuck on a word, I can read a lot faster.
So at the beginning of the year, you were able to read just fine in your head.
Yeah.
But when we tried to read out loud, you were between 30 and 40 words per minute, right? Yeah. And this last test you took last week, how'd you do?
Great.
Do you remember what your score was?
100 and... Oh, yeah. With my fluency, it was 243.
That was amazing.
That's a 200-word jump.
That was so great. Did we expect that at the beginning of the year?
No.
No, we never thought you'd get that high, but you did it by the end of the year.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Mhm.
So what are we going to do this summer?
Well, we are going to go to Texas for the National Stuttering Conference.
Are you excited?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think we're going to meet there?
Well, the person who wrote the King's Speech is going to speak there.
That'll be great to see him, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is David Seidler.
Yeah.
And who else is going to be there? Do you know?
Mm-mm.
Lots of kids who stutter.
Yeah.
And lots of adults who stutter.
Yeah.
So, are you excited about being able to hear all those people stuttering?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
'Cause out in public, very few people stutter.
And how does it make you feel when you hear people stutter?
Good.
Good. All right. Is there anything you'd like to say before we wrap up that people can do or ways to celebrate National Stuttering Awareness Week?
No.
No? Any piece of advice you want to give people?
Yes. when people stutter, it's not their fault. It's just part of them.
That's right. Thank you very much, Nate.